Oh my God, you guys, she is back. I don't really know what to say aside from the fact that I have been gone for like a good month and a half away from podcasting. I was off of social media for a little bit, and it's about time that I get back. Where have I been? We deserve a lot of updates. There have been so many things that have happened in the last month and a half. One of the bigger ones that you guys all know about. We're not talking about that, okay? That is in the past. I would like to not talk about it. However, there's a lot of other stuff that has happened, and we just need like a one on one. Me and you, nobody else, nothing else. I want to update you guys, you specifically, anyone that's listening. I want to update you on life, what's been going on. As I've been going through and sifting through this journey, healing journey that I've been on, I do have a couple questions that I've written down. However, I just kind of want to go off of, I just want to chat. I just want to have a chat, okay? Explain to you guys this little healing journey that I've been on, and also just talk to you specifically about maybe your journey that you're on. I have had, while I've been going through this, I have posted a lot on Instagram, Snapchat. I took about a week, maybe 2 weeks off, and then I came back. And when I came back, I talked about what happened. Not really, but just talked about, whatever. And the amount of girls that reached out to me, either they were going through a breakup, they were going through a divorce, they just felt maybe a little bit lost or a little bit stuck in their life. Like maybe it just wasn't exactly what they wanted, or they never took the steps to, they never took the steps to change or get unstuck, I guess you could call it. Not that I really felt stuck in my life, but I mean, I guess kind of. Like, yeah, we're not going to go too far into that, but I really, really wanted to explain what this healing journey and like, I hate to call it a healing journey because I feel like that sounds so lame. Does anyone else think that sounds lame? Like, ooh, I'm on my like healing journey. Like, shut up, bitch. Like, I don't know. Like, yes, we need to heal, but like, don't make it sound lame. So, I'm going to explain to you guys just all of it. Let's first go through. I really want to talk about weed. Random, not really, but you guys know my platform. I want to talk about cannabis and what I've been doing during this whole thing to not rely on it, but also to still have it in my life because I mean, you started following me probably because I was a stoner. You're probably a stoner. You're probably getting stoned right now as you listen to this podcast. And if you're not, you should be. I should be too, but I'm not. So, cannabis has been, I hate calling it cannabis, let's just call it weed. Weed has been a part of this, but not in the way that I think you guys probably think, you know? So, I've always been someone that uses weed in the gym. Not always, but like in the last couple of years. I love it. I feel like it gives you a better pump. It helps me to feel the muscles that I'm actually trying to work, and it helps me focus and gets rid of that anxiety. Unless I smoke too much, then I have too much anxiety. It's a nice balance, okay? I used weed during this not to completely numb my emotions. And I made sure that that was something that I was very on top of. I didn't want to. This is the first time, okay, you guys, this is the first breakup. And I said this in one of my Snapchats. And I want to tell you guys this. This is the first breakup that I've ever actually sat and like felt what I needed to feel to properly like heal from what has happened. Every other breakup that I've had, and maybe I shouldn't be mentioning this, but I'm going to fucking mention it anyways because I think a lot of women are like this. Every other breakup I've had, I have seeked male validation afterwards. And so this means that I was right away either messaging guys or I was looking for them to, like, or I had someone lined up and I just went straight to them. This is the first time I've ever just been on my own, haven't seeked that out. And when I've thought about it, I've like stopped myself because I'm like, that is not what's going to help you right now. So I have to say, I'm very proud of myself for that. So if you're a girl that has gone through that and like, it is hard, but at the same time, it feels so rewarding. Like, I feel like I really have understood my self worth, what I want right now. And like, yeah, I've really taken that time to like actually figure it the fuck out, which I just feel like I never did that before. And so go me. I'm very, very proud of myself for doing that. And obviously, it takes time to fucking get over these things. Like, anyway, I don't want that to be everything that this podcast is about. Obviously, we have to talk about it because it's stuff that I'm going through. But the whole weed thing, yes, I've still been smoking and I've still been like, someone asked me on my TikTok the other day, they're like, are you still a stoner? And I was like, yeah, bit, what, what? Like, yeah, okay, anyway. So I think it was just being really mindful of like why I'm smoking, when I'm smoking, or having edibles, and like how that is impacting like the way that I feel mentally. So at the beginning, the first couple of weeks, I probably didn't smoke as much because I was like, I don't want to rely on this to just numb these emotions that I'm having. And if I was being really emotional or feeling really emotional, I didn't smoke because I was like, you need to feel this. Like, this is something that you need to go through and you need to feel it and feel it, cry, get mad, whatever you have to do. And then after that, just chill. Like, go smoke if you want to after you've already felt it, okay? So that has been like my just what I'm thinking and what I'm trying to do um around weed because I've always been someone that like I take that back. I've not always been someone, but right now I'm someone that really wants to get in tune with like me and I want to feel what I need to feel and that just means that I'm not numbing things, you know? Anyway, um that's my update on weed. And now I'm just smoking when I fucking want to smoke. However, I have a trip to Bali coming up, and it is highly illegal in Bali to smoke weed. I don't want to go to jail or anything, so I think I'm going to not. Because one of my friends was like, well, you can still buy weed there. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sure you can. But like, I don't want to go to jail. I heard someone in Japan went to jail just for ordering a pen, like a little fucking dab pen. Ordering it, he didn't even get it. I'm not going to jail, okay? So I'm honestly really careful about those things. And oh, it's kind of cold in here. I just need like more of this blanket on me. And I'm trying to be very mindful of that. So it might have to be like a 2-month tea break. Fuck. Which is fine. We'll figure it out. Anyway, so I also wanted to mention fitness. I know I'm always like, oh, I don't want to talk about fitness in my podcast, but this time is different, you guys. So don't come at me, okay? No, it's not different. However, I think that people a lot of times can shy away from going to the gym and stuff when they're feeling a certain way. When they're like, oh, well, my life is crazy and I'm so emotional. I can't go to the gym. But like, kudos to the girls that use the gym for therapy because not only is it like a solo therapy vibe, but also you are getting your endorphins going and you're getting your body actually moving, which is so fucking good for you. Okay. When you're actually doing stuff like that, for health reasons, wellness, whatever, mental health, physical health, whatever it may be. Bitch, get your ass to the gym if your life is falling apart. I have some girls on the app and they are still going to the gym. And trust me, I've talked to them. Their life is not perfect right now, okay? The gym is where they go. The gym is what is helping them. And that's, I think, what we need to understand as like a society and just as people in general. Fitness and walking and doing active things is so good for you mentally, physically, everything. So if you've been thinking about going to the gym, you better fucking go to the gym. That's my little fitness motivation vibe for you. So, as you guys know, I have gone to Tulum, Mexico recently. Now, when I went to Tulum, I haven't been on a solo trip, fully solo, in, I want to say it's been like 5 years. Oh my God, maybe it's been more than that. Crazy. I've had a lot of questions about solo trips and traveling solo, traveling by yourself. Let's talk about it. We need to get into it. We need to talk about everything that I was feeling, everything that I was going through. I booked this trip as a healing trip because, I think we all need a little bit of healing vibes after we go through a fucking breakup, okay? And healing in Mexico sounded like a better vibe than healing in Canada. And it's also snowing today. What the? It's literally the end of April and it's snowing. What am I doing here? Why am I living here? Um, so I booked this Mexico trip. I booked for a week. I booked in this gorgeous, gorgeous Airbnb. I went there and you guys, it was probably the most healing trip of my life, but and I don't want you guys to like think that this was like, oh my God, she just knew what she was doing right away. I was so nervous, like, because I hadn't traveled by myself in like so long. I was genuinely so nervous. I had so much anxiety leading up to this trip. Like, yes, I was excited, but I was also like, I'm alone. I don't know what I'm doing. I've only really been on resorts in Mexico. Like, I have no idea. I didn't really know what I was doing at all. So I just need to like move myself. I show up in Mexico. I show up to the airport. I got a driver to pick me up because I was like, God forbid I get there and like I don't know what taxi to get in. I don't know what to do. So I was like, I'm gonna book a driver and I'm gonna go bougie with it. And I did. And great decision. Literally great decision. So he takes me to my Airbnb. I get to this Airbnb and it is the most gorgeous place I've ever stayed, I think, actually. Just like the pictures, um, the healing vibes in this Airbnb were like, I don't even know how to describe it. Plus, it was hot. It was like 30 degrees the entire time. The sun cures depression. I'm not kidding you. I swear it does. I think that where we live takes a huge toll on like how we are as people and like how we feel and stuff. And yeah. So I'm never spending another winter in Canada ever. I just can't do it. I don't think I can do it. I really honestly don't think I can do it. Everyone says it's like 6 months, but I swear it's like 8 months. So anyway, I'm here. It's 30 degrees. I kid you not, when I got there, it's a gated thing, which is fine. So we go through the gate. I meet the girl at the front. The girl at the front is gorgeous, okay? She was tan. Her outfit was so cute. It was very like indie vibes, really cute. And so she grabs my luggage and well, I went to grab my bag and she's like, no, no, no. And she looks at me like, no, put it down. And so I put it down. I was like, wait, are you taking it? And she's like, yeah. And so she grabs it, takes me to my room. And I was like, oh my God, that was like the nicest thing anyone's ever done for me. Like, thank you. So we go to the room. She's like, here's your room. Make yourself at home. Like, well, I don't even think she said, you know what she said? She's like, here's your new home for the week. And I was like, oh my God, that makes me feel so much more at home. So, you guys, it was like, how do I even describe this? I had a pool on my fucking balcony. I had this little pool. It was a hot tub, so you could turn it on, you could turn it. It was so nice. These big, giant, like the ceilings were so high. It was a loft. So these huge ceilings, and the curtains were gorgeous. You could like move the curtains to the side, open the back doors. Oh my God. I literally like take me back right now because it was the most gorgeous place I've ever been in. And then in the middle, so all the places were on the outside. In the very middle, there was a pool, and beautiful pool. I'm sure you guys saw the pictures. I took so many pictures and put them on my Instagram. While I was here, I met some people. So I met this vegan photographer. What the fuck? What kind of luck is that? And so we wanted to do a shoot while we were there. That's all the photos that you saw was from him. He was an amazing photographer. So on my list of things to do at this Airbnb or in Tulum was I wanted to go to that outdoor gym, the jungle gym, amazing gym. Then I also I wanted to do photo shoots in my place because it was gorgeous. And I honestly just wanted to heal. Like, I wanted to basically show myself that I could do this myself. Not that I could do the whole business by myself, because I don't think I can. I think I definitely need some help. And I think that, the help will come eventually. But I wanted to make sure that I could just travel by myself and like be alone. Like, literally just be alone, spend time alone, spend time by myself. So everyone says that Mexico's really sketchy to like walk around and whatnot. I found it pretty okay during the day. I walked like everywhere. I also got a scooter. Let me tell you the story about this scooter. So when I got this scooter, this guy that gave it to me, so you rent this scooter, they actually drop it off at your Airbnb. I'm like, that's cool. So I didn't even have to leave to go get this scooter. He brought it to me and he's like, have you rode a scooter before? Or have you driven one? And I was like, uh, a long time ago when I was in New Zealand. Yeah. He's like, he literally looks at me. He's like, oh no. I was like, what? What do you mean, oh no? Like, what? What is that supposed to mean? Don't freak me out. He says, uh, yeah, like he didn't really speak very good English, but he's like, yeah, a lot of people crash on scooters. And I'm like, okay, great. Thanks, sir. I don't want to crash, but like, I need to get around? And so he's showing me all these things, and like the way that he's explaining it is just hilarious because he just knows that I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. He gives me the helmet. He's like, make sure you wear the helmet. Don't leave it out because someone will steal it. I'm like, oh my God, dude, you're like freaking me out more than you should be. And so my first time on the scooter, it was fine. I actually was fine. Well, I cut someone off. That was probably not good. You guys, riding a scooter in the middle of Mexico is like the most freeing experience of your fucking life because you're like, there's barely any rules here. What's going to happen? And I don't know, it just felt so freeing. And like I had headphones in, I was just listening to my music. I was like, this is the best experience of my life. And so I was fine. messaged me the next day and he's like, how's the scooter? Like, is everything okay? I was like, yes, I'm fine. The scooter's fine. Everything's fine. Oh my God. What an experience. So, anyway, I had this scooter for the whole time that I was there, and I was driving it everywhere. I took it to the gyms, took it to wherever I needed to go to. Um, I did have a couple instances there that weren't the best. I'm not going to go into them because some of it involves some family and stuff, and I just don't need to do that. And yeah, that's it. Okay, I want to, but this isn't just about like how fucking amazing Mexico was. Trust me, it was the most healing trip ever. I'm very proud of myself that I did it, and I'm very happy that I went. However, I also want to talk about some of the struggles that I went through. So, when I'm traveling by myself and when I'm by myself just in general, sometimes I can get this crazy anxiety. It's almost like decision making anxiety is what I've heard it called. Heard it being called. How do you say that? I don't know. But when you have spent a lot of time on your own and you're deciding, okay, what cafe, where am I eating? What do I do? Like, you're deciding so many fucking things that it's almost like this fatigue of like, I don't even want to fucking decide anything anymore. And I almost just want to like sit in my Airbnb and do nothing. And I felt like I got that at the end. I also had that at the beginning when I was in Toronto. So when I flew into Toronto for a night and I stayed in a hotel. And when I was in that hotel, you guys, I was so fucking depressed. Any of the girls that were in any of the group chats, I think it was the Denver group chat specifically, you guys know how like sad I was in that fucking hotel. I literally sat there and I was like, I'm alone. I'm supposed to be traveling with like my boyfriend that's now my ex. And I'm fucking sad. Like, I'm lonely, I'm sad, it's dark. I'm ordering fucking Uber Eats in this shitty hotel room. It wasn't that shitty, but it just wasn't my favorite. And I like cried for so long because I was like, this is so sad. But I did FaceTime one of my friends. And if I could give you guys any advice when you're in that situation of like that situation, I don't even know how to describe that situation, feeling very lonely, feeling sad, feeling like almost anxious, call someone. Like, I really genuinely appreciate the support system that I have right now. I feel like there's a couple friends and there's just a couple people in my life that I could call at any minute and be like, dude, like, I'm so fucking lonely. I'm so sad. I don't know what to do. And they would be there for me. And like, I don't think I've really had that or felt that in my life. I feel like I've always really been this person that helps other people. And I feel like such a burden when I'm asking for help. And I just have to say that I'm very, 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 very fucking grateful for those people in my life right now because we are human still at the end of the day and we need connection. Like, we need to feel like we can lean on people. We need that safety. We need that security. And to have that in my friends is something that I would never replace ever with anything else. And being able to call my friend in that hotel room, yes, we were like booking our trip because we wanted to go on a trip. But at the same time, just talking to her like helped me feel less lonely. And that's just something that like when you're traveling by yourself, you can get really lonely. Not that I've done like a crazy amount of solo travel, but I will be pretty soon. And I just know, and I'm just gonna like remind myself that when I'm feeling that way, like you need to call someone, you need to talk to someone, you need to just like almost get out of your head and get more into like doing something and like talking to someone or being a little bit more present and less like overthinking vibes, you know? So that's something that I really wanted to mention is like when you're solo traveling or when you're traveling by yourself or even just when you're by yourself in general, maybe you live in an apartment by yourself, having times like that when it's either the decision fatigue or it is you overthinking stuff and just having a bit of anxiety, first off, it's fucking normal. And second, you just have to find different ways to overcome it. So whether it is calling someone, whether it is feeling that emotion and being like, oh my God, like I just need to sit here for a second and feel that. And then getting yourself up and doing something. I also saw on one of these solo travel pages that I'm on Facebook, this girl was just talking about how lonely she felt and stuff, and how much anxiety she kind of felt in her Airbnb being by herself. And a lot of the girls were just like, you just have to get yourself up and go do something. Go for a walk, go explore anything just to get yourself up and out. So, yeah, that's my little solo tip, advice. I don't know. I just want to mention to you guys like I do want to make sure you guys understand that like this isn't just easy. Like solo travel isn't just oh my God, like everything's easy and everything's fine. I'm definitely nervous for Bali. I have no idea what Bali's like. I don't know what I should be expecting. No idea what the transportation's like. Um, I don't even have my visa yet, and I go in like 2 weeks. Um, but it's fine. We'll figure it out. I think that's actually another thing that I should probably mention. You will fucking figure it out. Like, even if it's last minute, you will figure it out. I think that's something that I learned in business and just having the business is everything will be figured out. There's literally no point in stressing. Yes, sometimes we get stressed, but there's no point in like over stressing stuff because you will figure it out. Whether you're figuring it out last minute, whether you're figuring it out way ahead of time, whether you figure it out a little bit later. What else was I watching? Oh, it's a podcast. Oh my God. This podcaster that I watch, Stephen Bartlett. Stephen Bartlett? I think that's how you say his name. Diary of a CEO. He talks about how many times you have to fail. Like, the more you fail, the more you succeed, basically. The higher your rate of failure, the higher your rate of success. Because you've tried so many fucking things that it's impossible to not find the thing that works. And if you just think about your life like that, the amount of time, like you should fail. You have to fail. Otherwise, you're not going to succeed and you're not going to get anywhere and you're not going to go anywhere, right? So failure is always looked at as this like bad thing, but it's actually the best thing ever, ever. So even when you're traveling and something doesn't work or something fails, you have to do that. You have to let that happen. Um, if you don't fail or something doesn't go wrong on your trip, it's a boring trip. It's so boring. You need the stories. So, another thing that I just wanted to say, oh, I think I forgot. Oh my God, I totally forgot. What? I didn't even smoke before this. I should have. Maybe the next podcast I will, but it has to be like before Bali. Um, anyway, okay. I think through all of this, I don't think, I know. Through everything that I've been going through in the last like month and a half and just through this like healing journey, so lame. I just realized that the more you don't care about stuff, the better off you are. Like, yes, I care. Yes, I care about my friends and I care about, the stuff that I should care about. But the more that you really don't care, the more you're going to actually like be able to find and create who you actually want to create. I don't think that I'm at the place that I want to be yet. I don't think I'll ever be at the place that I want to be. I think we change so much as people, whether it is in our life and like, you know, who we're with or who our friends are or whatever. We change so much that we need to become better at accepting the changes because right now we're not. I think that people are scared of change and we're scared to, get ourselves unstuck and whatever else. And change is don't get me wrong, change is really fucking hard, especially it depends what you're changing, how big of a change, how big of a transition, everything. But it is more than worth it. We thrive on change. We don't grow unless we change. And I guess I want this to be your sign. Yeah, I want this to be your sign that if there has been something that maybe you're not happy with, maybe you have this gut feeling that it's not working, or you have this gut feeling that that friend isn't good for you anymore. Maybe you've got a toxic friend. You have this gut feeling that you're not listening to, that, whatever it may be. You have this gut feeling that maybe you're too addicted to your phone. You have this gut feeling that maybe you and your partner aren't right anymore. Or this gut feeling that your job just isn't what you wanted it to be. Or maybe it was what you wanted it to be, but maybe now it isn't what you want it to be and you want to be doing something else. This is your sign to listen to that gut feeling. This is your sign to be like, and as soon as I say that, I know that you're going to think of what it is. You're going to know. This is your sign to start making those changes and be like, this is exactly what I want. And don't get me wrong, it's going to be hard. Like, changing is so hard. Losing a friend is so hard. You have to grieve the friendship. You have to, make new friends. You have to put yourself out there. And that is not easy for most of us. But it's fucking worth it. It is so worth it. We don't grow unless we do these things. And if you have that gut feeling, the gut feeling is almost 100%. No, it is 100% of the time, it is right. 100% of the fucking time. And I want you to listen to it, because if you don't listen to it, that's when you get a lot of regret and anger. You can build up anger towards people or towards yourself. It also puts your self-worth down. What you think of yourself will go down because you're not even listening to yourself. You're not listening to the things that your body's telling you. You're not listening to the things that your gut feelings are telling you. Wow. I just went on a tangent about that, but I really genuinely want you to take that into consideration and be like, okay, what is something that I could change? What is that thing that I have been avoiding? What is that thing that I haven't been listening to? And how can I change it? I just want to say I fucking love you guys. Thank you so much for the support that you bring to Lifted and to me. Um, I would, I could never change this community for the world. The Lifted girls and the LL girls are the best fucking girls in the world. It's like crazy. I just want to say, like, thank you guys for building this community that is so understanding, and you guys are so just amazing. But the understanding thing and the supportive vibes in Lifted are like unmatched. And I just love you guys for it. So thank you guys so much for listening. We're coming back, and I'll see you guys at the next episode. Bye.